Hey guys, Astro here, back in another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the fact that we might have possibly gotten the worst and buggiest Friday Night Funkin' update to ever exist. Now if you didn't know, around about 15 to 16 hours ago, the Friday Night Funkin' devs released a patch for the Pico update to fix some of the issues that was present before. But little do we know that they just managed to add even more issues. No offense to them, I get making an entire game is hard and you run into these issues, but to be fair, some of these issues they should have really caught before publishing, because some of them are absolutely glaring issues. I don't have the build downloaded because I'm not going to download a build that just crashes on everything, so I'm going to be taking screenshots from Cat Brother Everything's video, which will be linked down below. So essentially, three of the errors that were presented were, first of all, if you enter the chart editor in the patch, you can chart, because apparently there was an issue with the original update that going into the chart editor meant you could not chart at all. But yeah, now that works, apart from when you try to exit, you get hit with a null reference exception, and the game freezes and you've got to use Task Manager to close it. Another error is to do with latency offputs. So if you want to change your offput settings, you go into the input editor, set up your latency, all that, and then you usually press escape to go back to the menu. But no, if you press escape in that menu, you get another null reference exception, get two of them, and the game crashes. Because turns out apparently the go back correctly is tied to like backspace or something. And then that indirectly causes another issue. Because for example, if you were changing your input latency on there and it crashes, what it does is it saves your input latency, but it doesn't have time to calculate and assign the new visual input latency, due to the fact that it's crashing before it can be calculated. So that means you'll then, whenever you load up a song, the notes are going to be all spazzy and jumpy and just jumping all around your screen, because they've been set a new coding offset, but the visual offset hasn't been updated. And then the final issue is whenever you go into character select to select Pico and you go back up to free play, you can only select Weekend 1 songs, which are all the Darnell songs, unless you go onto random and you go across two difficulties. That's when the rest of the Pico songs load. Now, I don't get why they had... What were they fixing with the character editor? In my experience, there was no issues with the character editor whatsoever. The only issue I have had so far with the game was the null reference exception when Weekend 1 originally came out, and just the fact that I get a huge lag spikes whenever I try to load into free play. But I think that just might be my PC, to be fair. But yeah, very cool. Don't go after the FNF devs for making the patch worse. At least they're working on patches, and remember that they're still getting to grips with everything they're putting in. I mean, I was going to say the system's relatively new, but I mean, they have had 3 years to work with it. But if anything, I would say they need to make sure that they test the stuff in patches that they fixed before they publish the patch. I mean, like if it went undetected when they were testing it, it could be an issue with Hakesflix or compiling or something close to that, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that's enough yapping for me, and I'll see you all in the next video. Astronomical, out.